A big reason for prime coming down is inflation is starting to come into check. But what drives the Bank of Canada to decrease prime is those inflation numbers. And heading into the fall, we're going to see base effects where some numbers from last fall that were when inflation was starting to come down, those low inflation numbers are not going to have as big of a drive to inflation to come down this fall. So the summer we saw inflation come down quite nicely because last summer inflation was still quite high. And then last fall
Right.
inflation started to come down and it's continued to come down. But now those big numbers from last year are going to fall out of the cycle. That's what the Bank of Canada is going to be looking at coming into the fall and into the new year. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Okay. So it's the base effect. So what you're saying is the inflation hadn't quite decreased as much, right? We had rate increases last summer still, right? And so this summer, because inflation has gone down since then, when they compare year over year, inflation was still high last summer. Now this summer it looks better because inflation has decreased. But as we move forward into time in the fall, inflation started to come down already. And so when we compare last fall to this fall, the decrease won't maybe be as significant as we have seen to then support potentially further rate decreases.
Exactly. Something to keep note of because nobody's talking about it yet, but I think you will start to see that chatter come the fall.